Good afternoon, sailors. One of our most important assets aboard a vessel is a high-quality nautical chart. Whether the charts are paper charts or electronic charts, the purpose is the same. They tell us where we are, where we're going, and how to get there. The quality estate plan will also contain a chart of sorts. In the world of trust, this chart is called a letter of instructions. And a letter of instructions contains as much information as a nautical chart, and sometimes more. It's a great rule of thumb in estate planning to document your wishes so they actually occur when you're gone. And in most cases, the law definitely does not support oral promises when it comes to real estate or tangible personal property. A letter of instructions is an informal written communication to your loved ones and to those who may serve in a fiduciary role after you're gone, for example, your successor trustee. These instructions help carry out your wishes. Simply put, a letter of instruction is a cheat sheet for anyone involved in settling your estate. Letters of instruction can be used for many different reasons, but one of the main uses is simply to lead the person or persons settling your estate step by step through the process using plain language. One great advantage is that because these letters aren't legal documents, you can include your own personal wishes and messages to your family. I'm going to try and share a screen here with you. There we go. So that we can look at these together. These are the purposes. These are a list of some of the purposes that you can use for your letter of instructions. Your letter of instructions could contain a complete list of all your assets. It could contain the whereabouts of any assets that aren't easily found. It should contain necessary information about liquid assets, including bank accounts, brokerage accounts, and retirement accounts. It contains the names and contact information of bankers, brokers, lawyers, or others who will help handling your estate. It's also going to contain informal information regarding the dispersion of your assets, such as who gets the sentimental possession or heirloom. Now, in your trust, you're going to deal with what's called the remainder of your estate, meaning once everything is dispersed pursuant to the letters of instructions, then the remainder will be divided however you want between whomever you want. For example, 50-50 between my two children. So in the letter of instructions here, you're seeing that you can be very specific with regard to specific gifts to specific people. And you need to understand that when you put the trust together and you do it in such a way that you reference the letter of instructions and incorporate it as though it were fully stated in the trust, then it does become part of the trust and your successor trustee is bound by it. This way you can make sure that your favorite elephant lamp goes to your cousin Betty, or your favorite dive watch goes to your nephew Jim, and nobody can dispute that. A letter of instructions can also provide information regarding preferred charities for donations, if you expect to do that. It can provide the location of legal and financial documents that are very important in terms of settling your estate. It will also provide a list of financial account beneficiaries. So for example, if you have a bank account, a savings account, for example, that has what's called a pay-on-death beneficiary, that account will be listed and that beneficiary will be noted. Again, it's a backup, it's a step-by-step guide. It makes sure that your wishes are followed. Your letter of instructions may also contain the location of safe deposit boxes and their keys. That's usually important. And contact information of people that owe you money or that might owe your estate money, or who you owe money to or your estate might owe money to. Insurance coverage is an important thing to provide details on, and more recently people are recognizing the importance of instructions for the care and placement of any pets after you go. At the end of the day, your letter of instructions doesn't have to meet any formal legal requirements at all. It can be handwritten. I tell people you can do it in crayon, you can do it in chalk, you can do it in hieroglyphics, you can do it however you want to do it. As long as it's done, it can be done on paper, it can be done on papyrus, it can be done on glass. As long as it's kept in a place safe, although it is better to keep it with your living trust. So your letter of instructions can do more than just the things in the list I gave you. You can use it for personal things, such as how you want to be buried, what you want in terms of the details of your funeral home. You could even specify the type of flowers you want at your memorial, or whether you want your body or your ashes to be displayed. Now, for some of the micro managerial personalities out there, it's even possible to use your letter of instructions to write your own obituary. Believe it or not, people do that. So at the end of the day, again, a letter of instructions is a guide, and you want to keep it in a safe place, and you want to keep it updated regularly. So all that being said, unfortunately today I'm not coming to you from the deck of Tassie because it's just raining and miserable out. We'll get back there next time, but until then, fair wind and following seas. Bye-bye.